Thinking about homeschooling, but your brain is fixing to explode with all the information out there? Trust me, I've been there. Today, I'm sharing with you 7 things that I wish I would have knew before I started homeschooling. Whether you're just genuinely curious or thinking about pulling your child out of the public school system, you're in the right place. Hey friends, I'm Carrie with Little Blue House Homeschool. I am currently homeschooling a 5 and 7-year-old. And there's the cat in my. We started homeschooling a couple years ago, and when we began, I had no clue what I was doing. I read all the blogs, watched all the YouTubes, and joined all the Facebook groups that I could possibly find. And I still felt that I was totally drowning with all the information out there. But the great news is you don't have to figure it out all at once. You just need a few clear steps, and that is what I am going to give you today. So step 1 is know your homeschool laws. The first thing you need to do is check your state's homeschool laws, as every state is just a little different. Some require record keeping, some require a certain amount of hours, some even require you to take standardized tests, and some states barely even check in, like Texas. The easiest way for you to find out your homeschool laws is to go to hslda.org. I remember thinking that I was going to have all sorts of record keeping, a pile stack high of every single thing the kids are doing. But after looking up all my homeschool laws, I found out that it was actually a lot easier than what I was expecting. So here I am on hslda.org's website. It's the Advocates for Homeschooling. And then you can go over to legal and state homeschool laws. It's as simple as just clicking your state right there, finding it. And as you can see, Texas, there's no notice low regulation. So just for instance, I'm going to go to Texas since that's what I'm familiar with. And you can see just like at a glance our Texas homeschool laws right there. You can see we have 0 assessment requirements. We do not have to be a teacher. No notification is required. And here's all sorts of other good information to know about the state of Texas. And if I wanted more details, I could click here. So in Texas, we teach the required subjects: math, reading, spelling, and grammar, and a course in good citizenship. We have to use a written curriculum. There are a few other Texas homeschool laws that you will have to abide by. So after you figured out your state's requirements, the next step 2, is define your why. So before you start picking out curriculums or stressing over about what to do or what not to do, make sure you ask yourself, why do you want to homeschool? Everyone's answers are going to be totally different from each other. But for me, it was flexibility, more family time, and being able to give my kids their own personalized education. Your why doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be yours. Step 3 is choosing your homeschool style. There are lots of styles out there today for homeschooling. You'll hear about Charlotte Mason, classical, Montessori, unschooling, unit studies, eclectic, outschooling, game schooling, and the list just goes on and on. Sometimes it can feel like alphabet soup with all the choices out there. But honestly, the truth is, a lot of homeschoolers actually just mix a variety of different schooling options and figure it out as they go, exactly like I did. So here at Little Blue House Homeschool, we are eclectic. We like a little structure, but lots of flexibility and to be able to go with like a flow type schedule. And it also allows lots of freedom to follow our kids' interests. I will say when we started a couple of years ago, I did follow more Charlotte Mason-esque style of homeschooling. Our days were a bit more structured, also like public school system. About, a few months in, I figured out this was not going to work. I needed something way more flexible for us. And another thing I learned is that I really appreciated open and go. Now here's the fun step. Step 4, choosing your curriculum. This is where a lot of people get stuck, and you can research for hours upon hours just trying to find that perfect curriculum for you. Don't worry, and I'll keep it simple. So to kind of start, think about how your child learns best. Do they love workbooks? Do they like working with their hands? Or do they thrive with hands-on activities? Also, a big thing with choosing curriculum is how invested do you want to be in the curriculum? Or do you want an open and go curriculum where you can just put a tab, do that page, and you're good to go? Or are you looking for something a little bit more in depth? Or are you a person who just loves to do a lot of things yourself, as in, getting your curriculum, and you may have to outsource a lot of books. You may have to print off extra activities to go with the curriculum. What type are you looking for? For me, open and go works best. I can just grab the tab, get to it, and get school started and not have to spend lots of time prepping. Since we secular homeschool here at our house, we like resources such as Blossom and Root, All About Learning Press, Build Your Own Library, and programs like Torchlight and Curiosity Chronicles. We also use a variety of other materials, Zaner Blauser for handwriting, Math Mammoth for math. We use a variety of critical thinking programs, as well as for coding. And we also love the Evan Moore Geography. For science, we do an online program called Mystery Science, and I highly recommend that. My kids enjoy it every single time we do it. So step 5 to me is the fun part. It is creating your learning space and coming up with some type of a schedule. So a big piece of advice for you is to let go of the idea that you need a school room or a special room to do your homeschooling in. I personally do it just right here on our kitchen table 4 days a week. And also let go of the idea that you don't have to have a rigid 8 to 3 schedule like public schools have. Our daily rhythm is pretty basic, I feel. We have, wake up, morning cuddles, breakfast. After breakfast, you kind of go get ready for the day, brush your teeth, get changed, do maybe a couple morning chores, and then it's off to our morning movement. So lately, we've been doing YouTube workout videos for kids, and they've been enjoying them. We're only doing maybe like 15 minutes every morning, and it seems to kind of get the kids awake, kind of get some of their wiggles out, and they're ready to learn afterwards. Once they're ready after the workout, we come to the table and we get started. Most schooling days take about an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on if we have a reading with our All About Reading program that day. And if we do, then it could take maybe, 30, 45 minutes longer on those days. Then by the time we know it, we're done with school and it's lunchtime. Depending on the day, we have extracurricular activities. We go to like a ninja class for the boys once a week. And then also another day of the week, I do take my son for a speech at our local school district. And other days, we may just go up to the gym. I'm thankful that our gym does have like a kids care program to where it allows me to work out while my kids are occupied with activities. And sometimes our afternoons are filled with lots of outdoor playtime, science, art, or just exploring other interests. The goal isn't to recreate the public education system. It's to create something better for you and your family. Step 6 is find your own homeschool community. Let's talk about socialization. That is always the big question, right? That's everyone's concerns are, how are they going to be socialized? Are they getting socialized enough? How are they going to become adults in normal society? Just know there are so many options for your kids to get that socialization in. There's co-ops, there's, weekly play dates, there's big groups who get together to go do homeschool field trips. There's also sports, there's extracurriculars like my kids go to ninja. Anything pretty much that you can get your kids out to do, they're getting socialized. Over the past couple of years, we have found some amazing families in our homeschool community just by showing up for a simple Friday play day. It's hard, but don't be afraid to put yourself out there, and you don't have to do it all alone. I promise you, once you start talking to all the moms, you're going to realize you're not alone in this, and a lot of struggles you may have, they're also dealing with too. And also, you can maybe even get some good advice. Personally, I think step 7 is the most important, and that is give yourself grace. You do not have to get it figured out in one day. You don't have to have the perfect setup. You don't have to have the perfect curriculum. You don't have to have the perfect schedule. It does take time to figure it out. It may not be tomorrow. It may not be next week. It may not be a month from now, but you will get into a good groove that works for you and your family. And just take it day by day, and it is okay. You will make lots of changes in your journey, and you'll switch curriculums, and you'll still do more hours every month of the next best curriculum. You'll take unplanned breaks, and it's all part of the journey. You don't know what next week's going to look like. You just need to be able to be flexible and just go with it. Your kids don't need the perfect teacher. I mean, I'm definitely not a perfect teacher, but I feel like I am doing the best that I can, and I feel that I am giving my kids a good education. They just need for you to be present and a loving parent, and you've already got that covered. If you've made it this far, I hope that this information has been helpful for you, and I hope you're feeling a little bit more confident. Homeschooling does not have to be scary. You don't need a teaching degree, and you don't need a Pinterest-worthy classroom. You just have to take it step by step, day by day. If you have any questions, I'd love to hear them. Please drop them in the comments and I'll make sure to respond. And if this video has helped you out, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I do post new content and a new blog every Thursday. I share homeschool tips, routines, and encouragement. You've got this, and I've got you. You can follow me on my Instagram page at littlebluehouse.homeschool. Pinterest, I am working on. It will soon be up at Little Blue House Homeschool. And my blog at www.littlebluehousehomeschool.com. See you next Thursday.